There is another interesting question. The gentleman writes, he is perhaps from India, says, I come from a village of Punjab where an half-educated person leads prayers and delivers Friday sermons in the mosque of our village. This person is the source of sectarianism, disunity, and rift among the Muslims, who are already a minority. Unfortunately, most of the religious leaders are like that. They are responsible for disunity, but for their presence in the scene, many people in India would have embraced Islam. What to do? I'll tell you later on what to do. Firstly, try to understand who is responsible for this undesirable scene, for this undesirable situation. The person who has put this question to me is himself responsible for this poor situation. Don't get angry. And I'm not joking too. I'm serious. Gentlemen, you are responsible. And you will be held responsible in this world and in the world hereafter by Allah the Almighty. And I warn myself and as well as yourself that we will be punished for this bad situation. You are responsible, might be. I'm also responsible. How? Let us discuss that. I see that English is not your mother language, but you have written this question in a beautiful English language. What does it show? It shows that you have spent quite some time in schooling, education in school, in college, in each university education. Almost, you look to be graduate level, if not master's level. You have at least spent 16 good years of your life in this education. Is it correct? Okay. Now I put you a question, gentleman, and try to answer yourself while alone. You spent 16 years of your life studying all about the universe, all about the matriculation and the entrance and the bachelors and the masters. Gentlemen, have you spent 16 weeks to understand the Quran and to understand the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? Because these two things are the most fundamental things in Islam. The message of Allah and the interpretation of the message of Allah, the practical interpretation of this message of Allah. Have you understand them both? Okay. I become more simple in my question. Have you gone through the Quran, the text of the Quran, for once with understanding, simple understanding? Have you gone through the text of one book of the traditions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, for once in your life? I mean, either Sahih Bukhari or Sahih Muslim, to understand what was the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, how he used to talk, how he used to do things, what he talked about, what he did about, what he approved, what is his sunnah, what is his character sketch, what is his life sketch. Isn't it your responsibility? Now you say that a half-educated person is leading the prayers and delivering the Friday sermon. Why? Why a half-educated person is leading the prayers and delivering Friday sermons? Only because you are absent. Only because you did not do your duty only because you did not care to understand the message of Allah the Almighty. You did not care to understand the life and the character of your Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Had you gone through the Quran, had you gone through the text of one book of traditions, even for once, I'm sure you would have understood the Islam. You would not have let this half-educated person get on the pulpit and deliver the Friday sermons. You must have replaced him. But you did not do it, I'm sure. You did not do it. And you will be asked about it on the day of judgment. I gave you one simple example. Please try to understand cool-mindedly. The people sometimes say that our religious scholars are like this, the mutawwas and the maulvis are like this. And I answer them, they are like this because you are not mutawwa and maulvi. Because there is none to replace them. It's only due to your absence that half-educated person comes to the mosque and becomes the leader. I give an example. Suppose there is a police post in some far-flung area, in some desert, or in some mountains. Far-flung area, there is a police post. And unfortunately, the police officer, the police inspector, and the soldiers, all of them absent themselves and go away to their houses for a pretty long time. Now what does happen actually? Some thieves, or some dacoits, mischief mongers, they make best of this opportunity. They come to this post, they wear the uniforms, put on the pips, and show that they are police officers, they are the soldiers. And they start looting the people. They start teasing the gentlemen, and they let off the thieves and dacoits do their job. And there is an ugly situation around this police post. Now, gentlemen, be honest to God and tell me, who is responsible for this ugly situation? Basically, who is responsible? Of course, you will answer that police officer and the soldiers and the policemen who have absented from the police post and have let these mischief mongers wear uniforms and sit there, that police officer is mainly responsible for this ugly situation around this police post. You get my point? You are absent from your post. What is your post? Oh my goodness. Allah the Almighty has told you what is your post. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر. You are the best people around, the best nation. You have been given the duty to lead people, ask them to do good, forbid them from the evils. That was your duty. It was your duty to understand the message of Allah the Almighty, to know what are the do's and what are the don'ts. It was your duty to understand yourself and make others understand. Had you done this, had you spent 16 weeks on this job, I mean only 4 months, because you have spent 16 years, spend not 16 months, 16 weeks, and you will see that you can replace any half-educated person in the mosque. That is your duty. And if you don't replace them, then you have got no right to clamor like this.